Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael and I welcome you to my first ever first impression video. Today I would like to talk about the new game from Amazon Game Studios called CRUCIBLE. I'll start off talking generally about the game, what is it about, how does it look, how does it play. Then we will talk about few other important things, like for example the business model. And I will close it off with a conclusion where I will answer the question whether it's a good game, and even more importantly, whether it's a good game for you, or as I also like to say it, is the game good for your soul? So if you want to know the answers for those questions, stay tuned. So first things first, the game was made and published by Amazon Game Studios. It is their first PC game ever. Up until now they released basically mobile games, and those went to the Amazon App Store. And back in 2016 they announced 3 PC games: The Breakaway, which has been cancelled, and then we had The New World, which is coming around August 2020, and Crucible, that released on the 20th last month. So we don't really have a track record when it comes to PC games from them, so it's actually pretty exciting to see their first PC game ever. As to the game is PC only, at least for now. It was released exclusively on Steam. I don't know whether it's going to change. I also don't know whether there is going to be some console version. I'm assuming it will depend on how the game will do on PC, as in will it actually bring any money. The game was developed during a period of 5 years. From some news and some interviews with the makers, apparently the game went some pretty major changes during this time. So it started as something different and it ended the way it is now. It is free to play. It is a team-based game, third person words, and action shooter. It also blends multiple genres or multiple tools and kinds of gameplay from other games or from other kind of games. Like for example, it takes a lot from hero shooter or class-based shooters. There are some, at least in my opinion, some elements of arena shooters. There is a lot of PvE and PvP mixed in actually every gameplay. And there are also elements of battle royale, or you probably also could call them survival or last man standing kind of gameplay. And last but not least, some mobile elements. They are also in the game. Like I said, it was released on Steam exclusively on the 20th of April. So, other things. Some important things at the beginning. Settings. They are lacking in my opinion, especially when it comes to video. Yes, you can switch between exclusive full screen and borderless full screen and windowed, which is of course nice. You can change the resolution. There's VSync, you can enable and disable it. But when you go to the graphics settings, there's not really a lot there. You basically can switch between low and high. There is not even a middle setting, which is disappointing. So that's my main gripe with the game. Everything's set to low now because I was testing the how many frames per second I get. I'll change it to high, so it's changing. How are you doing it right now? Okay, good, thanks. And this back to middle setting. But yeah, like I said, there is not really much you can change here. You might be able to change the things in some ini files or some other config files. I don't know about that, didn't check it, but yet here there's not a lot. When it comes to audio, it's pretty okay. You have your audio sliders. You can also change the language separately for subtitles, for voices, and the UI, which is very nice. Input is actually way better than video settings, mainly because you can in advanced settings you can set mouse sensitivity separately for every one of the hunters, which is great. I've never seen something like this, and that's very nice. Other than that, you can rebind the keys. You can also, I believe, rebind the controller if you like playing with the controller. Yeah, and gameplay, what's there? Nothing special. And the last thing I would like to point out is accessibility settings. These are great. You have 3 colorblind palettes, which is very nice. You can also scale the HUD, you can also scale the font size. This is very nicely done. One thing also, where is it actually? Am I like okay, it doesn't matter that much. I'm looking for language settings and no, that's the language settings. Okay, so I believe that it looked differently in the last version before an update. So when it comes to languages, you can, I mean, audio, there is English, German, Spanish, Mexican Spanish, and French. Sorry, God. And there are some additional languages like Italian, Polish, and Portuguese for just the UI and the subtitles. So they don't get the audio, but at least they can read stuff, right? Other than that, alt tabbing works pretty nicely. I always check it because some games do have problems with this in my experience, so I always check it. Yeah, and one nice thing is you can at least partly navigate the menu with just the keyboard. Like, for example, you see here this 3 just next to the ready. When you click the button, when you push the button on the keyboard, you will just make yourself ready, right? We won't do it now, I'll do it in a minute, but it's actually a nice touch. So the gameplay, there are 3 game modes as of now. There's the Heart of the Hives, which is an objective-based game mode where you have 2 teams of 4 players each. They're thrown in a level where there are so-called hives spawning, right? There are rather big creatures, look like a mushroom to me, and they produce defensive drones. So your job is basically to not get killed by the drones, kill the hive. When the hive is killed, it drops a heart and you have to collect it. The first team that collects 3 hearts wins the game. In my opinion, very nice game mode. Where is it? No, sorry, and there it is. Very nice game mode because actually every match is a bit different, because every team wants to play it a bit different. You can of course rush to the hive when it spawns, when it's ready, and try to kill it very fast and collect the heart. But you can also of course wait for the other team to rush the hive and then ambush them the moment they either almost kill it or kill the hive, and then try to steal the heart from them. There are some different approaches you can try out. Very nice one, in my opinion. Then we have the Alpha Hunters. This is the main game mode, the meat of the game, if you wish. By the way, I'm actually wondering, I don't eat meat. What do I say in this case instead? Like, you know, the cars of the game? Yeah, maybe let's go with the banana of the game. I love bananas, so so yeah, the Alpha Hunters game mode is the banana of the game. This does sound weird. I think I will drop it. Anyways, the team composition in this game mode is an interesting one. You have 16 players that are teamed up into 8 teams of 2 players. So yeah, you have 8 teams basically fighting it out in the map. The game mode. This game mode is actually the one which is the most like battle royale game mode, right? So you got thrown in into the map. The map is shrinking with time, and you basically have to kill all our teams and survive to the end, and then you win. Basically, either as a team or a solo player if your teammate has been killed. But there is a bit of a twist here, and this makes it at least reasonably interesting in my opinion, because I don't really enjoyed battle royale games up until now. So if your teammate gets killed in the match and you're playing solo, you have the possibility to team up with another solo player, so you can ally with him and then play together from then. When there are like 3 players or less, this is the moment where those temporary alliances will be broken, and then you're like on your own. Or, which is even more interesting, you can break the alliance earlier if you want to, right? So you can basically backstab your teammate, and in a pinch or in a fight where you see that he's like low on health, you can say, okay, I want to ditch the guy. You stick a knife in his back and you play solo from then on. So this creates some pretty unique and interesting situations. Okay, the last one is, I don't know why, but it's here hidden here under arcade, harvester command. This is basically a control point kind of game mode. So the control points are harvesters, that produce essence for your team. Essence is used by your team to upgrade or to level up the characters. So the first team that gets to 100 points wins, and you just gather those points by holding the harvesters. Pretty simple, in my opinion, still very nice. I also like it pretty much. And the team size is 8, so you have 2 teams of 8 players. Good. When it comes to the characters, there are 10 of them, so not a lot, but still, yeah, there are some you can choose from. They are called hunters here, so I'll try to use this name instead of like heroes or something like this. What's interesting when what is something I like very much is there are no classes. There is no class locking. Some characters look more like tanky, for example, and they have like tanky abilities, but it does not necessarily lock them in this role of a tank. The same goes for characters that are more squishy and have like a bit of a support abilities. So the idea was, or actually is, that every character can hold his or hers or its own in a battle. So you should be able to pick whichever hunter you want, and you should be able to play every game mode without, you know, instantly dying because you're a support character or trying to hide somewhere. So this should not happen. In my opinion, it happens still. But yeah, so the classes are a bit implicit, but you usually can and you usually have to ignore it, as the game locks you in. As in, when you pick a character, you have to play it the whole match. You cannot change your character, and what makes it a bit not good in my opinion is that you don't know who you're going against. And some characters are simply a bit better against some other characters than other, if you know what I mean. So this is a bit of a pity that you're getting thrown into the arena and you don't know who you're going to play against when you're picking your character. So yeah, every character has his or her own skill tree, which you see here on the left. This is something you can customize to an extent at least, so you can, for example, here choose the third one and here the second one and so on. This will be upgraded with the essence in a match, so this is only in a match. The level 5 is not the maximum level, it will go further, but level 5 is the last one where you actually get an upgrade. So it's very nice that you can customize it, because you can just make the character play the way you want to play and not necessarily the way that the game is set up. Generally, I do really like the way they look. I really do find that there was a lot of love poured into making them, and they really look very distinct, and you usually also from afar in the game you usually know who you're going against. So when you see this guy with this little guy, you know, okay, that's Rahi and his brother, or it's not his brother, it's just brother, right? And yeah, and that's very nice. On the other hand, I did not really find them compelling. I, for example, had struggled with finding a character that I actually enjoyed playing. I settled for Tosca, but I'm also not very happy with her or with the way that she's playing. With quite many characters, I felt a bit too hamstrung, too limited. Like, for example, this character? No, this character, right. So at first, when you look at it, she's got like a shotgun, like an assault rifle, and a melee weapon. And I thought to myself, wow, cool, this is like very flexible. But then you find out that, okay, yeah, the both guns are actually abilities, and they run out very fast, and the cooldown is pretty long. So most of the time you're running with a knife anyway. So it basically it looks like a very nice ranged character for both the short range with the shotgun and medium to long range with the assault rifle. But it's not really, or at least maybe I just don't know how to play her. But it was, for me, it was just irritating. Yeah. I can understand something like for example Summer, where your weapons just overheat and you have to wait until they just cool down. That's okay. I can deal with it. I actually had fun playing her. But for example something like this, where I have like, I don't know, 2 or maybe 3 shots with a shotgun and then I have to wait 15 seconds. No, sorry. I'm a bit old school when it comes to the shooters, and I just don't enjoy something like this. There is also lore. Where is it?
Do or die.
No, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, let's go like this. I don't remember what it is, because I usually don't really care about stuff like this. 100 collectibles, right? Oh, it's nice. Ah, exactly. Biography. So you can gather some lore by upgrading the character, or playing it basically and leveling up. From time to time it will drop a line that the character talks about his or her life a bit. It's very nice. Okay, generally, yeah, I think we'll just queue up. Harvester command. Yeah, we can go with the harvester command, or maybe we'll go with the Heart of the Hives. I must say I enjoyed the Alpha Hunters just the least. I believe I said it already, but I'm a sucker for objective game modes, objective-based game modes, and that's fun. We'll queue up. It's very early in the morning, so we might not really get a game. So start talking about my general yeah, problems and the good things about the gameplay. We'll see whether we will get a game or not. So generally I find the gameplay fun. The game is fun. Especially Harvester Command, Heart of the Hives, as like I said, objective based, and I just love them. Since I played Unreal Tournament in 1999, I also played there like the Assault and Domination game modes. It was always fun to me. Alpha Hunters is fun, especially with this neat trick that you can ally with people and break the alliances when you're playing solo after your teammate died. It's just not my cup of tea. Not really enjoyed it. The matches are rather short, like 10, maybe 20 minutes. And as with quite many games, like modern games, I find the game a bit confusing at the beginning. It might be just me, but yeah, there's like, in my opinion, there's too much stuff fighting for your attention, like the HUD, the map, the stuff that's happening in game, communication prompts, and so on and so on. That's not the first game that does it. Like I said, quite many modern games do it. It's just, for me, it's just it lessens the fun in the game. I'm just old school, and I need, you know, in a shooter I need to know how much ammo I have, how my health is, how my shield is. I don't really care about the rest. Maybe an objective marker too, so I know where I'm going. This is a bit remedied, or at least yeah, anyway, that's a bit remedied by the loading title screens. They show those obligatory tips, as in remember to reload your weapon and stuff like this. I don't really even read those nowadays. But they also don't show any like cool art from the game. They rather just show the objectives, and this is very nice because quite many people don't play the objectives. They just, you know, run off and try to kill the other team, which is helpful, but that's not the objective in most of the game modes. Heart of the Hives and Harvester Command. So yeah, this like in your face big screen with, yeah, you know, it's about killing the hive and collecting the hearts, not killing other players. I find it very nice. It's a very good thing. A bit of a problem, in my opinion, is there is no way to check the hunter abilities in lobby or during this drops. This looks, oh, we got a game after 3 minutes. Okay, it's just because it's early in the morning. I was able to get games like 10-20 seconds before, so yes. Okay, good. I just thought that the game crashed. Anyway, there's no way to check the abilities. So when you want to try a new character and you just forgot the skills, the abilities, you cannot check those here. And yeah, it's a bit of a missed opportunity in my opinion, because when I'm trying a new character, I want to know those, and I need to and I want to have a way to check them when I'm like preparing for a game, for example. Okay, this was the map. There's like one map, only this map. It's rather big in my opinion, and it's rather full. There's like a lot of stuff happening. Okay.
Now start with
What the?
3 med kits and can carry up to 5.
Are you trying to tell me that? Okay, good. The Steam overlay tried to screw me over. So one of the things you want to do at the beginning of a game is hunt mobs and kill them, because they give you those bubbles, they give you essence, and the essence will make your character basically level up. And this is what I said, there are like few types of those mobs. There are not many different ones, but the map is basically full of them. So, okay, there is the objective marker. We're here, and there's the hive. These points, these ABC points, these are the harvesters. It's not the objective of the game in this game mode, but it's useful to get them anyway because they will give you essence. Okay. Time to kill in this game is a bit high in my opinion. So this is not like, you know, Call of Duty where you just shoot a headshot and that's it. Here this does not really work. There should be like a healing station. Ah, there it is. So every one of those has a healing station where you can just heal up. You also just on the down on the screen you see my health bar, and just next to it there's a number of the first aid kits. Yeah, she just shot it. There are quite many things that will change the gameplay a little bit. Oh, we have enemy.
We got enemies.
The question is, do we want to?
Huh? Blackmail? Embezzlement? Ooh, scandalous affair?
Again, this is like, yeah, we could play with them a little bit here. Oh. Yeah, didn't actually realize that I was so close to dying. But since they're a little bit busy with part of my team, I'll spawn as close to the objective, to the hive, as possible, and we'll try to kill it as fast as possible. So this is what I said. We were actually supposed to go to the objective more than trying to kill the other enemies. But that's okay.
Nature.
There is also a harvester here. And yeah, we're just next to it. Come on. Oh god. So I believe I spoke about time to kill. Time to kill is rather high. And most characters have a lot of health. Maybe not Tosca. Tosca is one of the most squishy ones, which is a bit of a pity. Okay, 1 minute until it's here. So while this is not a lot, this is still leaves some time for the enemy team to, you know, pop up here. So we'll probably have to deal with them and then kill the hive. Okay. And first aid kits are also lying around on the map, so you can find them all over the place. And the map is basically static, as in the things spawn like the first aid kits. They spawn in some predetermined places. They always spawn in the same place. The same with mobs, but so when you learn the map you will know, okay, for example here in the grotto there are some spitters spawning, so I can farm those and so on. Good, so the harvest, the thing is spawning. Whoa. And the hive shoots those defensive drones basically that will try to kill you, so you gotta try to, you know, focus those first, then focus the hive, or just hide, as I'm doing it right now.
Stop moving around.
Okay, the enemy's not here as far as I have seen. Go away, I don't like you. Whoa. And come on, die. Okay, very nice. She's already grabbing it, so we will just try to defend her. Yeah,
Your
like I
hunters
said,
have
some
captured
people
the
just
hive party.
don't really play the objective, which is a pity because that's the main thing that you're supposed to do in an objective-based game mode, right? So this was very uneventful because the enemy team just didn't show up. They might show up now as they're coming.
Get bent, space time.
Again, this is a plan that will make me invisible for a short period of time. Come here.
Damage energizer to be engaged.
Shit, I hate those things. Go away, go away.
Throwing up chaff.
Energizer engaged. Attacks now inflict more damage.
What happened to you? Okay,
Flailing.
Adhesive alpha now affects an area.
almost dead. Not good, not good. Shit. This was probably not the best place to hide and try to use a medkit. But again, this game mode is not about that. So we're spawning again not far away from the objective. We can grab this. This is one of those things that are not static in the map. So you will have those encounters or events happening where you get like additional mobs you can farm, or you will get a power up, for example, that will heal you faster, or that
Tremble,
will
half-wits. Tosca is
God, wrong button. Very nice. That will give you additional damage or something like this.
Look, look.
And she's just doing it right now. Okay, very nice.
There's an opportunity, yes?
So we're not far away from it. We could try to grab the essence and then grab the harvester on our way there. The harvester is, yeah, this is a healing plant, for example.
Keep up.
Yeah. And we basically can go already grab the hive, which will make
Pay
it...
attention.
Did I stop? No.
Damage
Which will give
energizer
us
disengaged.
The hive is almost up.
another
Location marked.
heart. Two of the three ones. Oh god, shit. No, 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 no. Ah, did hit me. Oh,
Stop moving around. Ooh,
can hide in this a little bit. Yeah. Don't run away. Where are you? Yeah. Yeah, Tusk is squishy and I have tendency to, you know, run into bubbles instead of keeping it safe. I find it also a bit not great that you cannot see who's actually still alive and still or dead. You just can, you know, get it from the map where you see the faces of the people, but it would be easier in my opinion
tremble, half-wits. Tosca
if you
is
could
here.
just basically see it in the lists on the top of the screen. But yeah, well, so they did not capture it yet. They did not kill the hive and did not capture the heart. I'm not sure what they are waiting for. Are they waiting for us? Yeah, they are killing it, but we... Okay.
Slow down now.
Easy operation.
Can't hide, dummy.
Shit. Ah!
Time to rest.
Yeah. Yeah, well. This is probably not the best place to hide and heal. Yeah. We still have 2 teammates. Okay, good.
Healing up.
You can now blink more often.
Capturing the heart. Please provide cover.
Okay, okay. So apparently we do have capable people in the team. Which I'm not really counting
Your
myself
hunters have
into.
captured a hive
But
heart.
yeah.
One heart.
One of the biggest gripes, my gripes with the game, and not only mine,
Tosca is here.
and quite many people just complain about it, there is no chat. There is no voice chat, there is no any kind of chat actually.
Alpha for the win.
Never, anywhere. Not in the lobby, not in the game. It's just nowhere to be found.
Wish I could have seen this place when it was humming.
Which is weird. I mean, don't even, you know, start thinking about voice chat. There is just no chat at all. When are you going to be here? I would have to wait for quite some time, but I actually might do this.
Harvester master control incoming.
Eyes on the prize. I hear you.
Nah,
Check this location.
I'm not sure whether this is actually worth waiting. But still, I might do it. And just blabber on about the game for a bit. So yeah, this is not very nice. There is this you can ping and you can just, you know, like do things like this. You can say, oh look there, or enemy and danger and so on. But that's about it. That's everything you can do to actually communicate with your teammates. And yeah, the other thing is matchmaking. It is actually pretty nice one. It was rather robust up until now. You've seen we got like a game after 3 minutes. That's actually a lot of time. But usually it went way faster. I sometimes got games in like after 10 or 20 seconds. And this was like usually the case. Come on, spawn. Okay. The bit of a
Stompers detected
problem,
inside the
it's
containment
probably
room.
not really a problem, but still, you quite often are matched with people that are way higher level than you are. For example, one game I played, one Alpha Hunters game, I was actually, my teammate was level 176, I believe, and I was level 10.
At your best.
And the rest of the rooster looked the same way. No, so actually they will probably capture the heart before I even capture this power up. Well,
Get bent.
probably shouldn't have waited so long.
Your opponents have captured a hive heart.
Oh, they did. Okay, this will make the match a bit longer. That's actually not a bad thing. So let's just
Head on.
capture
Work
this
with the objective.
Incoming.
one. Okay, so there's the new hive, third one, and probably the last one.
There's an
If we manage to capture it.
Objective contacted. Interacting now.
Okay. Very nice. We are not far away from level 5, where you get the last upgrade, which sometimes can turn a battle into your favor. So it would be very nice to farm some mobs before we actually kill the hive. So yeah, matchmaking is nice. Ah, exactly. Very nice. Just one? They are usually, you know, pack animals. Ah, there's another one. Very nice. So with the rather high time to kill, people who play shooters where there are like headshots and so on, one shot kills, might have a bit of a problem with it. I have a bit of a problem with it myself. I'm not really a Call of Duty type of guy, but I enjoyed, or still enjoyed, some of the old school shooters like Quake and Unreal. Here headshots don't really count for much, so yes, you get a bit of a higher damage when you land a headshot, but that's not big difference all in all. Okay. Where are you? I hear the spitter. No. Oh, shit. So the enemy team is there.
We got enemies.
Okay, they are moving in. Hide. My... Shit. I think I'm alone here.
Stop moving around.
Okay. Oh, and there was a spitter even. Okay, no. There were too many. But my teammates are also there. Okay, very nice. So we'll spawn
Your route now is
near it.
damaging and blinding enemies.
Okay, when it comes to the graphic style, I do like it. But it lacks a bit of character in my opinion. It is not generic, but it is, in my opinion, it is a bit and kind of like I have seen it somewhere before. And the graphics are definitely less. Are we level 5? We are already level 5. So level 5 you usually can just ignore killing the mobs, which I am not doing right now. Okay. But I'm gonna ignore this one. So where are we? Okay. So we want to go to the... Okay. Who's fighting there? And why is he losing?
Slow down now.
Yeah. Okay, very nice. Well, you. Come on, let me grab it.
Hang on. Working with the objective.
Very nice.
Your opponents have captured a hive heart.
Oh, they...
We are so close. Last heart
Yeah,
died.
this is what I was talking about. I find the game sometimes confusing with everything that's popping on and happening. Not the first game that is doing this, in my opinion. Whoa. And I didn't even realize that the other hive was almost dead, that they were killing it. Tell me, are you alone? Because if you're alone... No, you're not alone.
Can't hide, dummy.
Oh! They're all here. I think I'm gonna go away. And I don't really have to heal. I mean, if you really want to, you can try to, but...
We all die.
Yeah.
Got your back.
I'm being bad at it right now. Or at least those few actions were pretty bad. So the graphics, they're less cartoony compared to, for example, Overwatch, but I like it anyway. The hunters look more like realistic, if you can say something about a very sci-fi game. When it comes to the performance, it's not great.
Look out!
To be fair, I'm playing this on a rather like an older card. This is an RX 580,
Easy operation.
and performance is not great. I mean, I'm getting on high settings like now, I'm getting somewhere around 50 FPS. And on low settings I got something like 65 FPS, which is also not great, but still at least it's playable, right? Okay. Those are fun. When you shoot one of them, like she did, they produce spikes, so you can just very nicely trap someone. Okay. There's the enemy Tosca. Shit.
Well, hello.
Ah, damn it. I got hit by almost everything that there was that could hit me.
Get bent, space time.
Oh, damn. No, not my day. Definitely not my day. I must admit that I'm being distracted by commenting, but yeah, it was better than this. So anyway, performance, like I said, not really good. Loading times were okay though, provided it's just SSD, no fancy PCI SSD, but just a normal SATA one. They are okay. You are usually waiting for other players to join rather than actually... Yeah, they did. And we actually looked pretty good, but I believe someone went AFK. And yeah, we lost. Only one kill. Yeah. So yeah, loading times okay. Things like this, like people going AFK. The game, it's not implemented. There is no fix for this implemented. So when someone goes AFK, you will play with one teammate less. You cannot report him, you cannot kick him, you cannot do anything about it. The game will not fill in someone who's AFK or dropped out, which is a bit of an issue in my opinion. When it comes to sounds, it's some more feedback would be nice, but generally it's okay. Some weapons sound weak, which is a pity, but generally, like I said, it's okay. There is music, but I actually realized there is music only after a while, which usually means that it actually fits the style of the game pretty nicely. So yeah, there's that. Okay. At the state generally is pretty good. I did not really have any kind of, maybe not, but no big issues. The game runs pretty nicely, apart from the performance, which is like subpar in my opinion. I had 2 hiccups. Once or actually twice, I encountered an enemy that couldn't be killed. It didn't have one of the mobs. I mean, not player driven, just mobs, the creatures in the game. It couldn't be killed. It just had infinite health and couldn't be killed. And the queue is not able to backfill missing players. So once when I landed in a queue, I got the message that the player dropped out and the game wasn't able to fill him in, fill another player in, and I just got kicked out of the game like entirely. So the game just basically restarted itself, logged me in again, and of course I wasn't in queue anymore. So this was kind of weird, and I'm assuming this will change with time. Other than that, people in the Steam forums, they gave the game generally mixed review. Most of them say it's just not finished, and this is also my biggest gripe with the game. It's just sound or looks not finished. But most people, me included, just had fun with the game anyway. So there's that. Okay, the business model. It's actually pretty fair in my opinion. There is only one currency, so there's no like special currency and then a bit more special currency, and then there's the ultimate special currency. No, you just have one. These are those credits that you see here and that you can purchase. So you see the euro prices here because I'm in EU. So you can buy like the smallest pack of 500 credits you get for $3.99. I believe it's like $5 in the US, and this goes up to 10,000 plus, yeah, together 10,000 for like 68 euros. I hate those 99 things, so for me it's like 68 euros. I don't know what the highest price is in US. I believe it's either 70 or $75. Yeah. So the prices, it's equivalent for 100 credits. It's equivalent to like 68 cents or between 68 cents and 80 cents per 100 credits, depending on which pack you get. Of course, like the most expensive one is obviously the best one, and value-wise. So what do they buy you? They basically buy you cosmetics. That's it. So you have you don't have any kind of like loot boxes or similar stuff. Everything that you can buy are cosmetics. So you have skins, for example, that will be bought for like 500 to 1,000. I believe there are like 1,000 ones also. Then you have some decals that you can, I believe, place on your drop pod, and you have skins for the drop pods, and you have some voice lines.
If you can't do something smart, do something right. Ideally,
okay. And then some emotes, and I believe there's there should be something else. Yeah, the emojis. Yeah. So that's about it. There is no power buying, there is nothing like this. There is, however, the battle pass. This is a pre-season one because the season starts in like 40 days, like the real season. So since I created my account before the June the 1st, I got 1,000 credits, which allowed me to buy the battle pass for 950. That's the price for it. So it's basically $10 or something like 8 euros. So you level up this battle pass by getting those, yeah, by completing challenges. They will earn you battle stars, and these will level up your battle pass. You have here and things that you are getting. There's also a free tier or track where you're not getting nearly as much stuff, but again, these are basically cosmetics, and sometimes you get credits and sometimes also battle stars that are carried over to the next season, battle pass to the next season. The good thing is you know what you're getting, so there is actually no random thing going on here. You can basically check all the 80 levels and see what you will get when you hit, for example, I don't know, level 50 or stuff like this. For the free track, it's basically done at the level 40 or like here 36, so that's the last time you are actually getting anything. So upgrading the battle pass will not give you anything more until the level 80, which is of course, yeah, sucks. But on the other hand, you're playing for free, so yeah. Okay, that's about it when it comes to this. And then okay, maybe the difference to in the free track, you can do just daily as far as I remember. Yeah, you can only do daily challenges. You cannot do the weekly ones. You can do the weekly ones with the battle pass, obviously, and you can also, you will have a pre-season, exactly. This will give you actually the seasonal challenges will give you something you can put on your account, I believe, some kind of an icon. Yeah, so if you care about cosmetics, get the battle pass, because you will get a lot of it. That being said, you have to grind for the cosmetics on both of those tiers. Like on the free one, you have to grind a lot, like really a lot, like no life to game, to get everything and to get it, to get to the level 80 and get all the stars. The good thing is, of course, you don't have to. It's just cosmetics. If you don't care about them, like I do, I don't care about cosmetics in games. I just want to play the game. So you don't have to spend a dime, and you will be perfectly able to keep up with other players, because these don't give you any kind of power. But then, even with the battle pass, you will have to grind the game. Not as much, of course, as in the free track, but still you will have to. Like, I spent basically like 7, maybe 8 hours playing the game, and you see I'm on level 8, which is like not a lot compared to the 80 that there are. Yeah. So even with the battle pass, you will have to spend a lot of time to get everything. Please don't spend an insane amount of time on a video game. I mean, your life is more important than that. I used to do that. I used to, my life was pretty shitty back in the day, and I just hid in video games. I played them like 10, 12, 15 hours a day. And it was kind of fun until I, had to quit the game and do at least a bit of something, work for school or something like this. And then my life was still shitty, right? So yeah, your life is more important than a video game. It will be great when you take care of it, when you take care of yourself, and when you actually take care of your life. So you just got to take care of it, right? This is your responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. There is no one else that will fix your life. And also, please don't blame others, or like the government, or I don't know, God, that your life is shitty. If you find it shitty, fix it. You're the only one that can. No one will do it for you.
Righty tighty, lefty loose.
Okay, other than that, there are I believe you cannot find them here. Can you? Ah, yeah, you can find them here. Good. So there are also bundles like the Tracker Founders Pack, which is like 12.50, and Predators Founders Pack, which is 21, and Alpha Hunter Founders Pack, God, like 42 euros. And of course the prices in dollars will be a bit higher, so this might be like 15, this I don't know 25, this may be 45 or 50, and they are already lower than they were when the game released. The prices were like, I don't know, I believe the last one was around 70 euros, which is actually a lot, so they already lowered this. Okay, all in all, I find the business model rather fair. So there is no buying power, you can only buy cosmetics, you also get only cosmetics, there is no randomness in this, you always know what you're getting next, so you can, you know that when I will grind today and tomorrow, I will get this and this skin, and hopefully it will be cool. They usually are. Yeah. So, like I said, I do have fun with the game. There is, though, one thing that, for example, does annoy me. There is anti-cheat included with the game. And that's a good thing, of course, right? There are no really like ranked game modes. So you can just do training, and I don't know whether the harvester command is hit under arcade, but none of those game modes are ranked. But still, it's good to have anti-cheat. My problem with it is the basically GDPR, data privacy. It tells you at the beginning that you have to opt in, otherwise you cannot install the game. And also it tells you not a lot about itself. It's just basically telling you that there's an anti-cheat software being installed together with the game, and it's collecting data about basically the game, your account, your running active processes, and your device, and that they transfer it to Amazon and their service providers, which is basically a fancy way of saying we're collecting a lot of data about you and your PC and your game, and we're, collecting this all, transferring to our data centers, and we're also sharing this with other companies. And you don't know anything else. I mean, there is nothing written about in the data privacy note. There's nothing about it. You don't know what kind of data, how often, who gets access to it, and so on. It's not good. I don't like it. I know in the US you see data privacy a bit differently probably, but in the EU it's actually, I would even go as far as to say that it's could be even a bit illegal, basically, or at least in the gray area of legality when it comes to GDPR. Yeah, but like I said, you have to opt in. If you don't opt in, you cannot play the game. That's it. And this is another thing I really don't like, when companies try to force you into something like this. Okay. To my conclusion. This is of course my opinion about the game. It doesn't have to be yours. You don't have to like the game or not like the game the way I do or I don't. But it's shortly, Crucible is fun. I had fun with the game. I do like the game modes. This is kind of refreshing. There is like, or they are different than in other games, which is very nice. So I especially like the Heart of the Hive and the Harvester command. I do not like Alpha Hunters that much, but yeah, I just, like I said, I don't really enjoy Battle Royale that much. Maybe I just would have to get warm with it, but I don't really like the premise. I do like the graphic style, generally. I do like the fact that it's not as cartoony as, for example, Overwatch or Paladins. These are the games I actually mainly compare to, because these are the games of the whole hero shooter genre that I played the most. Sounds were okay, but the question is now, would I play it more? And honest answer is no, not really. I had my fun in it, but it's the general theme of the game is just needs more, like, right? It needs more of everything, more polish, more hunters, more love. So I wouldn't be coming back to it, at least for some time. Maybe I'll check it after like half a year or at least few months. And I would like to see how it's doing then, when there is more content, like additional map maybe and more hunters. Right now for me it looks like a very good foundation for something that can be great, can become great. The question is whether it will have the time or the opportunity, whether it will be given this. Because Steam charts are telling that there are less and less people playing the game. So yeah, I don't know how long it will be actually able to survive. I hope it will survive because it's fun. I mean, come on. I generally find the game similar to Firefall. I don't know whether you played Firefall. It was actually, for me, it also was a lot of fun. So especially the graphic style reminds me of Firefall. The gameplay feel is also a bit like this. And the world also reminds me of Firefall a bit. I really enjoyed Firefall. I was actually pretty sad that it basically died. So that's a good thing. This game reminding me of Firefall, it's definitely a good thing. At the same time, I had more fun with Overwatch or Paladins. I'm a bit biased in this case, of course, because I really enjoy playing first-person shooters, or enjoy playing them more than playing third-person shooters. So this is also a bit of a problem for me, a bit of an issue. But in the other games, it was easier to find heroes that were fitting my gameplay or game style, or gameplay style. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh God, you know what I mean. It was easier there. To be fair, of course, there are generally more hunters or more heroes in both of the games. So Overwatch and Paladins have way more heroes to choose from. So it was easier to find the ones that I enjoyed playing. And I also played the two other games way later after they were released. So I believe I played both of them like 2 years after they released. So they had like 2 years time to fix stuff, to add content. And I believe this will be the same here. If this game is given like 2 years at least, it will grow into something great. This is my opinion. It really has the potential to grow into something great.
Spitters detected inside the contained
Yeah.
area.
Other than that, I find the business model fair. There are just, like I said multiple times, I said it multiple times because I find it so good. It's just cosmetics. So if you don't care about them, you have the full game. You don't have to spend a dime. So, is it a game for you? It is if you enjoy third-person shooters. It is if you enjoy hero shooters. It is if you like battle royale game. If you like the game, the graphic style, yeah. If you like me prefer first-person shooters, it might not be for you. If you find, for example, the modern UI sometimes a bit confusing and so, it might not be for you, because this is the same way like other games and this genre. Although, for example, the UI of Overwatch, I did not find that confusing. I actually knew what's happening from the get-go. Here it was not the case. So the most important question, or the most interesting for me is the game good for your soul? What is actually a game that is good for your soul? For me, it is a game that reinforces the feeling of oneness with everything, right? So that will feel you connected with other people, with the world, with the universe, with all the creatures that are alive. It will not make you go against others. It will not, support this illusion of you being just you, separated from everything else. And it is a game that makes you feel basically positive emotions that originate from love and not reinforce negative emotions that have fear at its base. Less important but still interesting for the soul, or at least in my opinion, are games that let you experience things that you would otherwise not be able to experience or not want to experience. Like for example, running around in World War I or World War II trenches shooting other people in the face. I cannot experience this. I was not alive during World War I or World War II. And other than that, I don't want to experience something like this. I mean, come on, I don't want to run around in mud and blood and with a gun in my face killing real people. I don't want to experience something like this. This is what the video games are for. They will allow you to experience a toned down version of those events in a safe environment where nobody gets hurt.
Guess I got lucky.
So, what about Crucible? Well, based on this definition, is it good for your soul? Not really. Yes, you play with others in teams, but at the same time you're going against people, other people, and one of the objectives is to kill them. Then you have also a lot of the wildlife and the plant life that you just use as resources. You're running around killing other creatures because this gives you XP. So no, not really. But there's one thing that the game has going for it. When it comes to experiences, the idea of the alpha hunters, where you can create an alliance with some other solo player, is in itself nice, because you create a connection with another human being basically, and then you can also break it. And this is a rather unique experience. I mean, this is also one of those things. I don't want to stick a knife in someone's back in real life. I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that to feel happy. But in a video game, this is like a safe environment where you can do something like this and no one will get hurt. I mean, someone might get butt hurt, but that's not the same thing as actually screwing someone over. So you can get this experience here. This is like the one thing that it has going for it in this case. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is my opinion about Crucible, the new game from Amazon Game Studios. All in all, this game is free, so feel free to follow the link in the description to Steam, install the game, and try it out for yourself. This is actually the best thing you can do after watching this video, if you found what I showed you and what I talked about here interesting. So that's the main purpose of the videos. I'm trying to, like, show you the most important things out of this game and let you decide whether it's actually a good thing to spend some time or even money on the game, and whether you're going to get fun out of it, and maybe also something interesting for your soul, right? So I thank the universe very much for the opportunity to play this game and share my thoughts with you. And I of course thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it interesting. With this, I will wish you a great day. Have a mindful day, and I will see you next time. Thank you.